64,000 is the median number of words per book. Average person reads about 200 words per minute. Simple math will tell us that is one book in 320 minutes. To accomplish this in 7 days, numbers say you would have to read for 45 minutes a day. Don't forget to subscribe. Hit that notification button, like, comment, and share. Enjoy.
Hello, and happy day. How does slowing down sound to you today? Would you like to reduce the noise for just a bit? Are you ready to make a choice and decide to listen? My name is Igor S.F. Walker. I am here to remind people to slow down, to reduce the noise, to walk their lives into a natural flow. Welcome back to the Book of the Week series. Every week, as I read another amazing title, I share it with the world. Today, we look at Lying by Sam Harris and Annaka Harris. In this video, we look at a neuroscientist who argues that we can radically simplify our lives and improve society by merely telling the truth in situations where others often lie. Why do we tell white lies? Those lies we tell for the purpose of sparing people discomfort. For those are the lies that most often tempt us. Acts of adultery and other personal betrayals, financial fraud, government corruption, even murder and genocide, generally require an additional moral defect, a willingness to lie. Stick around till the end. I will share with you some tools I haven't used that will help you tremendously in this game of life. Discover a way to find out what actually motivates you, what innate human need is driving all of your decisions and your behavior. I will share some tools to improve your self-awareness, social awareness, self-management, and relationship management. Among the many paradoxes of human life, this is perhaps the most peculiar and consequential. We often behave in ways that are guaranteed to make us unhappy. Many of us spend our lives marching with open eyes toward remorse, regret, guilt, and disappointment. And nowhere do our injuries seem more casually self-inflicted, or the suffering we create more disproportionate to the needs of the moment than in the lies we tell to other human beings. Lying is the royal road to chaos. Lying, even about the smallest matters, needlessly damages personal relationships and public trust. Endless forms of suffering and embarrassment could be easily avoided by simply telling the truth. I saw all around me the consequences of others' failure to live by this principle. Deception can take many forms, but not all acts of deception are also lies. Even the most ethical among us regularly struggle to keep appearances and reality apart. The boundary between lying and deception is often vague. It is even possible to deceive with the truth. To lie is to intentionally mislead others when they expect honest communication. People lie so that others would form beliefs that are not true. The more consequential the belief, that is, the more a person's well-being demands a correct understanding of the world or of other people's opinions, the more consequential the lie. We cannot get far on this topic without distinguishing between truth and truthfulness. Or a person may be impeccably truthful while being mistaken. To speak truthfully is to accurately represent one's beliefs. But candor offers no assurance that one's beliefs about the world are true. Nor does truthfulness require that one speak the whole truth. Because communicating every fact on a given topic is almost never useful or even possible. People tell lies for many reasons. They lie to avoid embarrassment, to exaggerate their accomplishments, and to disguise wrongdoing. They make promises they do not intend to keep. They conceal defects in their products or services. They mislead competitors to gain advantage. Many of us lie to our friends and family members to spare their feelings. But it is in believing one thing while intending to communicate another that every lie is born. The moment we consider our dishonesty from the perspective to those we lied to, we recognize that we would feel betrayed if the roles were reversed. The opportunity to deceive others is ever present and often tempting. And in each instance of deception, casts us onto some of the steepest ethical terrain we ever cross. Few of us are murderers or thieves, but we have all been liars. And many of us will be unable to get into our beds tonight without having told several lies over the course of the day. What does this say about us and about the life we are making with one another? Now, honest people are a refuge. You know they mean what they say. You know they will not say one thing to your face and another behind your back. You know they will tell you when they think you have failed, and for this reason, their praise cannot be mistaken for mere flattery. Honesty is a gift we can give to others. It is also a source of power and an engine of simplicity. Knowing that we will attempt to tell the truth, whatever the circumstances, leaves us with little to prepare for. Knowing that we told the truth in the past leaves us with nothing to keep track of. We can simply be ourselves in every moment. Now, to do this is also to hold a mirror up to one's life, because a commitment to telling the truth requires that one pays attention to what the truth is in every moment. What sort of person are you? How judgmental, self-interested, or petty have you become? You might discover that some of your friends are not really that. Perhaps you habitually lie to avoid making plans, or fail to express your true opinions for fear of conflict. Whom exactly are you helping by living this way? You might find that certain relationships cannot be honestly maintained. Ethical transgressions are generally divided into two categories. The bad things we do, acts of commission, and the good things we fail to do, acts of omission. We tend to judge the former far more harshly. Doing something requires energy. and most morally salient actions are associated with conscious intent. Failing to do something can arise purely by circumstance. It requires energy to rectify. The difference is important. In many circumstances in life, false encouragement can be very costly to another person. False encouragement is kind of a theft. It steals time, energy, and motivation that a person could put towards some other purpose. One of the greatest problems for the liar is that he or she must keep track of his lies. Now, some people are better at this than others. Psychopaths can assume the burden of mental accounting without any obvious distress. This is no accident. They are psychopaths. They do not care about others and are quite happy to sever relationships whenever the need arises. Now, some people are monsters of egocentricity, and by lying, unquestionably comes at a psychological cost for the rest of us. Lies beget other lies. When you tell the truth, you have nothing to keep track of. Now, tell enough lies, and the effort needed to keep your audience in the dark eventually becomes unsustainable. While you might be spared a direct accusation of dishonesty, many people will conclude, for reasons they might be unable to pinpoint, that they cannot trust you. To lie is to erect a boundary between the truth we are living and the perception others have of us. Now, the temptation to do this is often born of an understanding that others will disapprove of our behavior. Now, big lies have led many people to reflexively distrust those in position of authority. As a result, it is now impossible to say anything of substance on climate change, environmental pollution, human nutrition, economic policy, foreign conflicts, medicine, and dozens of other subjects without a significant percentage of one's audience expressing paralyzing doubts about even the most reputable sources of information. Lying is almost by definition a refusal to cooperate with others. It condenses a lack of trust and trustworthiness into a single act. It is both a failure to understanding and an unwillingness to be understood. To lie is to recoil from relationships. By lying, we deny others our view of the world. And our dishonesty not only influences the choices we make, it often determines the choices they can make in ways we cannot always predict. Every lie is an assault on the autonomy of those who we lie to. How would your relationships change if you resolved never to lie again? What truths about yourself might suddenly come into view? What kind of a person would you become? And how might you change the people around you? It is worth finding out. And there you have it. Lying. Please, do help out. It is easy. Simply like this video so more people can enjoy it. Share it too and spread the word. Leave a comment and share your thoughts. Do subscribe to my channel and stay up to date. And the link to this book is in the description below. So you buy it, read, never stop learning. Especially learning about yourself and nature. So gift yourself by taking the free human needs test on my website and find out what actually motivates you, what innate human need is driving all of your decisions, and your behavior. And if you feel you are ready to improve your self-awareness, social awareness, self-management, and relationship management even further, then do check out my Master of Life Awareness program. The links are in the description below. Thank you. Love and respect.